Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. I am feeling pretty good, and thumbs up for that. I woke up at 5:30-ish. I had a bit of anxiety last night about coming up close on 12:30-ish. I was in bed around 10:30, before 11 o'clock, something around that time. I did not take any antihistamines, nothing for breathing or cold stuff. And so it was an experiment. I woke up and was having some mild anxiety about breathing. But then, as I was about to get up and come into here and take something and then go back to bed, I went, wait a minute. I'm also lying on my right side. And for whatever reason, this feeling gets worse right now when I'm on my right side. So I just rolled onto my left and went right back to sleep, and I was fine. So thumbs up. I'm a day or two away from bringing the head of my bed back down so it's level. Well, it's not really level. I have the knees bent ever so slightly and the head raised just a tiny bit. So it's like 95% level, just a little bit bent. And so I'm going to bring it back down to that within a day or two, because I'm still having a little bit of coughing and hacking. Not much. Pretty clear. A little bit of sinus stuff and a little bit of feeling dragged down. And I've still got that burr inside of my voice that I can feel and I can hear. But my voice has been sounding, even while editing, even at its worst. You know, when you can hear it, my voice is still like 80% good, 20% got that sound to it, and that's at its worst. Most of the time I sound perfectly normal, just a slight little edge, and that's fine. That's great. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Now though, I have stuff to talk about, but stuff that's not stuff to talk about, and that doesn't make any sense, because what I'm talking about is, yesterday I did not do a whole lot. And since I've been feeling better, and I've done a few videos since getting better, I have wanted to do more with my life. Because now that I'm on the ADHD meds, and I can focus and concentrate and remember, and thus be able to think, I should be getting things done, you would think. But there's that word should. Never should on yourself. Words like should and all that just put a burden on top of you, so you feel bad when and if you can or cannot get it done, whether it's your fault or someone else's, because you should have gotten it done. It has that weight if you can't. Don't use words like that. They are not good. Say, I would like to get that done. It is something you would like to do, but it does not have that weight of responsibility, of added self-imposed responsibility. Now, through my life, I have slowly learned things, and I have come to the viewpoint that I have about life because of everything that has happened in my life. And I no longer feel that thing in much of life because of culture that says you are what you work. And if there is a purpose in life, it is, imposed by religion or culture or this or that. And yet, as I've gotten older and realized things about myself and about the world, no, there is no purpose to life other than what purpose you choose. Anything else is self-imposed. Anything else is imposed upon you from the outside. Culture, society, etc. Culture and society and all the things that we do, as you get older, you just see it is just stuff that we do. It's not a deep, important truth about life. It is just what the human animal does. As we have come to be in our groups of civilizations and cultures, tribes and villages and nations. And each culture prizes different things, but of course cultures impose themselves on others, and that's not a good thing there either. As stated, I have learned things through life. Our purpose is whatever you choose your purpose to be. So your life is your life. There have been so many untold, unnamed billions of people in this world, and yet a lot of culture imposes upon you that feeling that you have to make a mark on the world. But 99.999% of people will never make a mark on the world. There is no obligation to make a mark on the world, and if you look through time, there is no long-term mark on the world. The biggest thing that wraps this one up for me is, I can't remember, I think it was like Lord Byron that did the poem, but it was about this person that's out walking in a desert, and they find the remains of the statue, just like legs of the statue, in just a field of sand, a desert. And the words that were on there were paraphrased, my name is Ozymandias, O King of Kings. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. Whatever great king this person was, there's nothing left but just the last remains of that statue, and nothing else. As a people, as a society, as a species, we're making an impact on this world. We are changing it for the worse with global climate change and more. But the actual effects of us, civilization, that's not going to last. It doesn't. Nothing lasts. Life is temporary. So, you make your purpose for yourself. You make your own purpose. That's the point of life. The big wraparound from that is, yesterday I didn't do much. I watched a lot of videos. I played video games when I could. I did some uploading and editing. I fell asleep for a time. And then I went for walkies and I thought about things, but I didn't really accomplish anything. And I have both the knowledge that if I don't do anything with my life beyond what I've done with my life, that's fine. I wish to do other things because I have creative urges and such, but the point is we're all just human animals on the planet, and life is temporary. There's no great impact I'm going to make on our world. I have no power. I just make videos for people with my impulses for doing creative things when I do creative things, and past that, this is my lifeline for my mental health, and that is why I do this. And thank you, each and every one of you that watches, that has been enriched, because I try my best to help enrich other people's lives. And so thank you, each and every one of you that has watched. It is appreciated to no end. But I shouldn't feel bad because I didn't do anything yesterday. And I kind of do, because of culture and society. I live in a culture, I live in a society, I live in a nation, I live in a hyper-capitalist society. Not in that, we're all expected to be capitalists, but because capitalism is king here to the detriment of the people that actually live here. And those things, they are your culture. You absorb these things, even if you know they're wrong. Even if you know that you don't need to do things that way, it's still a part of your culture, and you are awash in your culture every single day. It will influence you, whether you know it or like it. And I am just awash in the culture. American life is still extremely puritanical in that if you're not working, you're considered to be nothing. Your work is your value, and if you aren't working, you aren't helping society, and thus you're turned away. This is a lot of stuff that is baked into the culture and is expressed in little tiny ways 1,000 times every single day. This soaks in. This is a major part of the bones that made up my personality as a person, and then upon those you build who you are. So like it or not, I've got these feelings of I didn't accomplish anything. I didn't do anything. Because of that, I should feel bad because I didn't make something. I didn't build something. I didn't do something. But even if you're not doing something, you're still doing something. If you are living, if you are not hurting anybody, if you are enriching yourself, if you are doing things, then you are doing things. Even as much as the ancient Greek philosophers upon which so much of Western civilization is built, even though they did like physical activity and they did enjoy doing physical things, they still thought, and many of them felt, this is a paraphrase and I can't even remember who said it. I've tried to find the quote and I have very poor Google foo, but one of the ancient Greek philosophers had said something along the lines of, remember how they were very male-centric back there, but a man is never as active as when he is sitting and thinking. So even at that, thought, thinking, working things through, whether or not your culture tells you you're doing something, if you are satisfying yourself and you're not harming anyone else, informed consent is exceptionally important, then you're being a successful member of society. And that's good. So I feel kind of bad about yesterday, but I shouldn't feel bad about yesterday because I still, I still thought and am thinking about things, and I'm hopefully, because of the thinking that I did yesterday, I'm going to get some stuff done today that I want to do as I express myself creatively on all the videos I make for my channel. So thumbs up on that. And checking my time real quick, I also just wanted to say, just as a weird mention, sometimes addictions are weird. I am an alcoholic. I am a recovering alcoholic. I have fallen through the years periodically. I think it's like that. You can count on the fingers of both hands, less than that the times I've fallen since I became sober in the year 2000. I wanted to make these videos and still plan on it with this one character, and I decided to buy some props. As you can see, this has been hanging around for a while. It's been beat up and smashed, and the paint's coming off of it, and I bought that as a prop. I have absolutely zero desire to drink this thing, because intellectually I know I'm at very, very best, the very best that I can hope for if I drank that thing would be to not really feel anything. Because if you do really feel anything from it, you're going to have bad after effects, and the after effects suck. So in a best case scenario, if I drank that, I would feel nothing, and then hopefully not feel bad afterward. And how is that fun? So I got a prop here. Thumbs up. Hopefully I'm going to get those shorts done and get that thing. So now that I'm 14 minutes into this, I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment in the last 24 hours. Thank you, each and every one of you that leaves a comment. I am not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them all afterward and thumbs up each one I do, answer as many as I can. But thank you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce the username, I'm an American English speaker, and it's a range because, hey, I forget things, and whether or not I actually have that many commenters, I don't know, but we'll find out together. Cameron MacDonald, thumbs up and thank you. I do not know how to pronounce your name, but it's Isurujayasekera from Sri Lanka. Thumbs up and thank you very much for the comment. Slick O Nick, greatly appreciated. We have Ice Damon, thumbs up. Nathaniel Brewster, at least he was not abusive. Chimichurri, thumbs up and thank you. Panther Johnson, greatly appreciated. Made in Canada, always good to see you in the comments. Sword of Gallifrey, thumbs up. We have Juan Pena, thumbs up. Moki Boy, greatly appreciated. Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. We have Marky Mark, thumbs up. Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciated. And that is it. 14 comments in the last 24 hours. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people. That is a very good thing. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com, and if you could become a Patreon.com patron like one of these very beautiful and very awesome people that would in fact be beautiful and awesome. It is because of people like these that I am able to eat food, pay rent, and be able to purchase pain medication. Thank you all so very, very much. If you'd like to help me out financially without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money at all, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well. If you could check that out, that would be very cool. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. If you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I try and trust. So thank you much. And of course, if you could toss me a like, that would be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. Thumbs up and thank you. Well, good golly, Miss Molly, I am hoping to get more than a couple of videos done today. So we shall see how creative and active I feel. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Hopefully you are doing well. And since there is still sickness of all kinds out there in the world, if you have to go out, try wearing a mask. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, maintain your social distancing. If you can, get vaxxed, but be careful. Even so, be safe, be healthy, be creative. It is a good thing. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing.